Hey everybody, welcome to the video and welcome to the channel. It won't be a flea market, it won't be a Goodwill video today, more of a talking head video. I wanted to make this video last week, but I did get sick, so I wasn't, really didn't want to be in front of the camera. My sneezing, nose, you know, all those issues. But we're back in business. I was pretty much just doing listing and what footage I had available. I was posting and listing and shipping. So I think I already mentioned this in the previous video. Some videos coming up, they won't have a recap because I was just listing those items and wasn't really up for doing a recap. So we're going to come up with a little bit different style soon. So I hope you guys like it. I hope it adds more value and more easier for me to edit the videos. I hope. Well, it might be a little bit harder because I'm going to have to do a little bit additional editing, but I think I like the style better. You'll see it come up in a future video. Otherwise, what I wanted to talk about today was eBay algorithm, beating the algorithm. And the reason why I laughed is because I don't really talk about eBay algorithm. I don't really like the... I don't think we're competing against an algorithm. I don't think we're competing against eBay. eBay is in business because sellers are there selling items. They're making money off sales that we are, making, that we are bringing. eBay doesn't make a product. We bring the products to eBay. We are able to list it on eBay. They find us buyers, and then the whole cycle continues. So, how to get sales on eBay? And I'll discuss towards the end, what I think my opinion is on what you need to do to make sales. And we'll have some examples. But first, let's talk about the eBay algorithm and how you can beat it. And what some people have been doing is doing the ending and sell similar. Ending and sell similar could work. But what ending and sell similar does, you're ending your listing and you're relisting it. But you are essentially creating a brand new listing. Now I think you should be making adjustments to the listing if you are doing that. Maybe the pricing is off. Maybe the title is off. Maybe item specifics are off. You should be making changes and editing that item. Now, when you first list an item, and what ending and sell similar does is give you a brand new listing. When you do that, you're going to get a boost in visibility, a boost in people just looking at your items. 48 to 72 hours is about how long that lasts. It's giving you the best possible chance to sell that item. Whether or not the people looking at it are the actual customers for that item, we don't know. But it's getting eyes on the product. And how many people walk into a store and just walk by all the advertisements directly to what they want? How many times are you on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, just swiping away ads? I do it all the time. I swipe through so many ads. YouTube I don't, because I pay for premium, so I don't get ads. I pay other, like Hulu, I pay additional, so I don't get ads. I pay other, I will pay a little bit more to avoid the ads. But you can't help it in this day and age. Anytime you go on the internet, you're bombarded with ads. That'll also lead to my ad talk really quick. That'll be a quick one. But circling back, gives you a boost 48 to 72 hours. Now, I think that if you have good items and you do the resell and sell similar, you get another chance to try to sell those items by putting them in front of people's eyes. Now, what people I think are finding success at is selling those items that would have sold anyway had they had a great title, had they had the right item specifics, had the actual customer base been there when you initially listed that item. I always talk about customer base. I don't really talk about like sell-through rate. I don't really like to... I look at it more as a customer base, and I look at it more as competition. As, opposed to what a lot of people call it is the sell-through rate. Because sometimes I buy items that have no sell-through rate, or I buy items that have you know, a zero sell-through rate. They have a bunch of listed but none sold. But I know, and that's based on 24 years. That's based on experience, basically. It's based on experience of doing this and selling online for all that time. I know that I can get certain items sold that other people can't. But it comes with experience. It's something I can't really teach. I can't teach that to people. You just have to learn it through, what do they call it? School of Hard Knocks, I guess. That's the way you learn it. But I can teach how to look for a customer base, how to see what your competition is, how to structure your items, your listings, your titles, your item specifics. So, which is why I don't really talk about, sell-through rate. I don't really like it. Or I don't really talk, not that I don't like it, I just don't like the word sell-through rate. I prefer customer base and competition. But, so like I was saying, so if there was a customer base for that item when you initially listed it, it probably would have sold. Maybe all of a sudden it's on trend, or it's something, that everybody wants now, and now a customer base has recently appeared. Should you have bought that item back then? Probably not. Is your business model just buy everything and list it? If you have the space, if you have the time, the money to do that, then by all means do that. I'm not going to tell you exactly how you should be running your business, but I will tell you that all the items I sell, all the items I buy, half of them will be gone in 90 days, and then obviously the next 90 days, half of those will be gone, then half of those will be gone. So, I have a pretty good track record of selling items and selling items on eBay. So, Ending and Sell Similar will give you that boost. If, there's a customer base for those items, and, there's a lot of people looking at eBay all the time, the likelihood of a customer being there, seeing your item within that 3-day window is pretty good. And it might get it sold. So what a lot of people I think are experiencing is all their best items are getting seen now again for a second time, and they're getting sold. But then all the other stuff, all the other junk, well, I don't want to necessarily say junk. All the other stuff they have for sale, I'll just say I bought junk before too. So don't come at me. I've bought junk before, so. It does happen in this business. We end up, buying stuff that turns out to not have been a good deal. As a matter of fact, I have a hat that got zeroed. I mean, it's junk to me now because I can't do anything with it. I could probably sell it locally, but what, $10, $15? Am I going to go drive around somewhere, meet someone for $10, $15? I mean, not really. It's not really a good use of my time. I could, find better use. So that's junk to me now. Your items, your good items will get sold. Your bad items won't get sold. That's the way I'm looking at the whole ending and sell similar event, I guess, that is occurring right now. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a temporary fix. It's not a long-term solution. I do it from time to time on certain items. I don't do mass endings of items and mass reselling of or relisting of items. I don't do that at all. Promotions. Now, a lot of people are taking big swings at promotions. They're going from 2% to 15% to 0 to 25%. That's not good either. You want consistency. In the eyes of eBay, you want consistency. In the eyes of your customers, you want consistency. Even though they don't see the promoted side of things. But nonetheless, remain consistent. If you're consistent, you will eventually succeed. And that's consistency not just in promoted listings. Consistency in getting better. And consistency in getting improving. Consistency in listing. Trying to get your listings up. If you're only listing 2 or 3 a day, trying to get it to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Obviously, the more you list, the better, the more results that you're going to see. Now, don't just list, anything. Again, make sure you have a customer base for those items. And then I promote promotions. I promote at 3%. I am in categories that do have quite a bit of competition, so I recommend promoting. If you're in categories that do not have that much competition, maybe promoting isn't a necessity because there's no competition. But then again, is there no competition because there's no buyers? I don't know. I'm not in any categories where there is no sellers and is no. Well, I will say this. Like I've said, I have bought items where there is no customer base according to eBay, but I know I can get those items sold. How do I know I can get those items sold? So, into the solution we go. First and foremost, before I add a extra little screen here, I'm gonna cut the video really quick just so I know where I start and stop for my edits. But first and foremost, keywords. Keywords are key. I was going to say that keywords are so important. Keywords are important to get your items sold. I know when I'm searching for items, sometimes I look for a lot of older items, a lot of older toys, collectibles that either I had or my cousins had. And so I have very vague memories of certain things, and so I use very sometimes vague words to try to find stuff. But if I type enough of those words in, I have found the stuff that I've been looking for. I've gotten all kinds of vintage 80s and 90s toys I used to play with or I used to want. And I found them just through using kind of vague keywords, but I use multiple keywords to try to find those items. And people are doing that, don't think that I'm unique at doing that or I'm the only one doing that. There are all kinds of people doing that out there. They're using the bare minimum to try to find, what they want to buy. Or they're, if let's say pricing is a thing. So let's say you're trying to price high in the market. I know a lot of people that filter that by lowest to highest. So if you're lowest to highest, you're going all the way to the bottom if you're pricing at the top of the market. Generally, I try to be right in the middle of the market, and I'll have best offer on, and I think that'll do well. And it has done well. It has done well for me. And I've got, I get offers all the time. I'm making sales every day. My trips to the post office are daily. I mean, I see all the drama at the. There is so much. Side topic. There is so much drama at the post office. It is amazing. I mean, I'm like, dang. People come in there with. I'm not somebody that has a lot of issues or problems, and I'm always more solution driven, more find the solution myself kind of person. And so these people that come to the post office with issues, man. And just the other day, someone was there. The other two do. I'm not really much of necessarily a complainer type of person, but some of my family may disagree with me on that, but I'm not a complainer. The other day I was at the flea market. I was at the post office. I'm at the flea market all the time too. That's why I probably mentioned that. But I was at the post office, and this lady was there complaining about someone else's mail that she was getting that used to live there 2 or 3 years ago or something to that, something to that effect. And she was complaining to the guy. I'm like, first of all, I don't think the post office can stop mail that is being delivered to that specific address. You need to address. There we go again, using the same words. You need to address that with the person that's sending it over there. Which is why you always do return to, if I ever get something, I usually put return to sender, no longer at this address, and then send it straight back to where it came from. So, but she was livid about it. I mean, she really, really laid into the manager there, and I'm like, whoa, holy cow! I'm like, oh, good thing I'm not on the other end of that. Okay, but enough story time, and let us get into the big solution. Keywords are one of them, and I've sold. I think I'm kind of just going over what I just talked about, but I've sold items that have no buyers on eBay, but plenty of sellers, and I've sold items before them. Just using very good keywords, very good description, very good title, very good pictures. I've sold it. I've sold items with nobody selling it, and I've sold items with nobody buying them. But that's because I know those items. I have a history. I have such a long history on eBay. I know if an item is... I know if I see an item and I don't see it on eBay, I know, I kind of have a sense like, oh, this will sell. And or I'd be like, hey, I know that's not going to sell. I'm leaving it there behind. But I've sold items where I've actually created the customer base on eBay for those items. So it can happen. It's experience. I think I already said this, but it's experience. Like it's stuff, something I can't teach. It just comes with, doing it. Okay, but the most important thing that you need to know, the way to beat the algorithm, the way to make sales on eBay is to buy the right items. If you haven't come to that conclusion yet in this video, but buy items that people want to sell. And we're going to look at some examples of items that sold quickly, sold for good profit, and what else? It's a good variety too, good variety of items. I'm going to cut the video here just so I know where to add in the screenshots. Okay, so right off the bat, the first item here we have is jersey. Now, I don't do or sell too many jerseys. Make sure I have enough room here for the picture. But did I know this was going to sell? Yes. I got it for $5 at the flea market. Did I know how much it was going to sell for? I had a general sense that it would probably be around $30 or $40. I wasn't 100% sure how fast it would sell, the exact amount it would sell for. So I bought it anyway. I was kind of familiar with it. Carmelo Anthony, All-Star, Denver Nugget jersey. That sold for $50. And it sold in about 8 minutes after I listed it. So that means, or what that's telling me is that somebody was actively looking for this item. Somebody either had it saved in their search history, and the moment I listed it, they saw it. I probably undersold it because it sold so quickly. I probably should have marked it up a little bit more, but it sold. And I bought it for $5. I sold it for $50. In my opinion, that is great profit. We're getting items moving. We're getting the store going. Now, these items, you don't necessarily have to find. These are examples of items. They're bolos, I guess, if you want to call that. If you want to go out and find these, by all means, do so. Go out there and look for these items. They're great items. They've resold for me, and I'm pretty sure they'll resell for you. Next item here is another jersey I found at the same exact vendor. $5 for this jersey. This is an Allen Iverson jersey, another All-Star jersey from another year, also Denver Nuggets, and this one sold like shortly after the Carmelo Anthony went. This one sold about 10 minutes later. This one sold for a little bit less, $35 is what this one sold for, but we're still making great profit on this item. So just a great item to look out for. Jerseys do incredibly well. Make sure, you do want to make sure they are authentic jerseys. These ones were authentic jerseys, so definitely look at examples, look them up, and get familiar with what's authentic, what's not authentic. Baseball jerseys, football jerseys, and basketball jerseys. I'm not really familiar with soccer jerseys, but if you are, I know soccer jerseys do incredibly well too. Calculators, TI-83 Plus. You guys have seen all kinds of people talk about this. I listed this, and this one sold in about 15 minutes. TI-83 Plus. Repeating myself. A little tickle in my throat there. But this sold for $22. Picked this up at the flea market. I think I got this in a bundle. I think it was about $2 when it ultimately came out for. But again, these TI calculators do incredibly well. You would think the higher numbers, like a TI-86 or TI-80, I think a TI-89 does well. But these TI-83 Pluses, these do incredibly well, right over $20. I think as, before, school starts in the summer, these might get a little bit of a spike. but they'll still sell for close to, I think, to about $30 during the summertime. But a great profit, $22, quick sale. Another calculator. This is a financial calculator, HP 12C Platinum. This one, I mean, it's not crazy profit. We're not talking crazy profit here. $15 is what it sold for. Picked it up for relatively cheap. I think I got this in a bundle, so it was like $1 or $2 ultimately for this calculator. So $15 is great profit. And it sold within about, this one sold, it took a little bit longer. I think this took about 2 days. So 2 days to sell. The phone is just not working now. There we go. Okay. Another quick sale. Now this one sold fast. This one sold in just a few minutes after I listed it. And it's, I don't think they're recovery discs. I think they're actual, the Mac OS X operating system. Then it had some applications on the other disc. Literally sold within a matter of minutes. It was really fast. I listed it, and then I heard the cha-ching. It was gone. $15 for this item. Another big bundle item. You're going to hear me say bundle a lot because I buy a lot in bundles at the flea market. You get a great deal if you bundle up items. $15. It was a fast sale. A knife. This knife right here is made in the USA. Made in Texas, Matador. This one sold for $100. I did pay up a little bit for this one. This one was $30 at a community sale. So we still made well over $50 profit on this knife. And it's a quick, easy shipper. This one took about 5 days to sell. I think it was 5 days. Yeah, about 5 days to sell. But again, great profit. A great item to ship. You know, you just wrap this several times in bubble wrap. Throw it in a mailer. Boom, it's out the door. Quick, easy, less than £1. Great profit right there. VHS. Sealed VHS. Star Wars trilogy, the original trilogy. This one sold for $20. I dropped this in a short. You can send this media mail, so your customer will get a reduced. If your customer pays shipping, they'll get a reduced cost in shipping. $20. This one took just about 3 days after me listing it to sell. Digital camera. This is a Nikon Coolpix. I listed this item, sold in I think this took about less than a day to sell after I listed it. So digital camera, Coolpix, Nikon. It's just an older digital camera. These old digital cameras sell incredibly well. People really like these. I don't know why. I don't use really any of these older cameras. All my cameras are newer, but people like them. They resell incredibly well. $85. I picked this up for, I think this was $15 at the flea market. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it was under $20, but sold for $85. It was a great profit. It works, tested, and sold quickly. And then the last thing are a pair of shoes. These Van shoes. These sold in a matter of about 3 days for $30. They were a $5 find at the flea market. I kept the other pair. I got 2 pairs of this style. I ended up keeping one. I sold these ones. I figured these ones would have a little bit more appeal due to the camouflage. And they sold incredibly fast. You know, for me, for shoes, 3 days on eBay. These happen to be on eBay. I know I say I put a lot of shoes on Posh, but I ended up posting these on eBay because I was sick and I was like, I gotta just do listings. So I listed these and they sold within 3 days. So that was a great sale as well too. I'm gonna cut the video here just so I know where to add my things and we'll finish up. Okay, so those items, you know, are examples of items that sell pretty fast in my opinion. And you know, the algorithm isn't dead. It's not out to get you. It's not, you know, there's no like secret. There's no, you just got to buy items that people want. You got to buy items that there's a customer base for. You got to buy items where, you know, you could you got to buy them at a price where you can try to beat the competition. And if by beating the competition means pricing a little bit lower. Now, I'm not saying you like severely just race to the bottom, undercut everybody. No, I don't agree with that. I don't do that. I price according to market. And sometimes I'll take a little bit less to try to make a sale. And I recommend people doing that, especially people starting out. Don't, just race to the bottom, because all you're doing is creating a situation where all of a sudden you're devaluing something that, has value. That has a lot of value. Like this camera right here. I just need to get a battery for it to test it. This camera should sell for about $75 to $100, and I want that value to stay there so that way I could test this and get it sold for that price. I don't want people to go in there and be like, all right, I'll try to sell it for 60. Then another person comes in, I'll try to sell it for 50. Then another person comes in, and I'll try to sell it for this. You don't want to do that either. So price according to the market. If you're just starting out, my recommendation would be to price a little bit lower, just a little bit lower, because it's going to be more difficult for someone that's brand new to try to, compete with other people, more seasoned resellers, someone like me, someone like, other YouTubers you see out there. It'll be a little bit more of a challenge to compete with us because, we have the what do you call it? Ratings, reviews and all that stuff already built in. So I know I do a lot of I look at reviews a lot and see how this person sells, how do they package, the speed of their delivery, all that. So just going back over it again, keywords, making sure you're using the appropriate keywords for your listings. They're going to help get your items sold. Color, any item specifics that are in there. Are they associated with a certain season? Are they Christmas? We're in winter time right now. We're Christmas time. Thanksgiving's over. At the time of this video coming out, Thanksgiving's over. So start using your Christmas keywords for your Christmas items. Christmas tree, Santa Claus, Rudolph. Start using all those if you have anything that's associated with those. And then buying items, like I said, buying items that sell. You can use my examples. You can buy the stuff that I'm buying. Follow me. That's why I post all this stuff. That's why I'm posting all my videos of where I'm going and what I'm buying. You guys look out for those items. People that are out there, people that are starting out, people that are having trouble making sales, buy these items. Guaranteed, half of them will be gone in 90 days. You'll sell through them quick. If you buy the Apple software, that'll sell in minutes. Minutes. In a matter of minutes of me listing it. I didn't even think it was visible. I think it was less than 2 minutes. I thought it took like a minute or two for it to even be visible to people, but no, it was visible and someone bought it instantly. I forgot even where it was going. The jersey, those jerseys, that Carl Anthony jersey, that sold so quickly. If you guys find a Carl Anthony jersey like the All-Star jersey, it could sell quickly for you guys. Maybe I undersold it. Maybe I should have made more on it, but oh well, I made good profit, and that's what matters. We're making profit. Otherwise, my throat's getting dry. I'm still in recovering from illness, so if I sound a little nasally today or my throat's a little dry, that's why. But I wanted to get this video out there quickly today. I want to get the video out today, so hopefully I still have time to get that out. I appreciate all these subscribers. Please like, subscribe the video. Please drop your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. What are you guys doing to make sales? You guys agree with me? You guys not agree with me? Do you guys like what I bought? You not like what You guys like the item I showed you, or do you not like the items? Drop a comment down below. I appreciate it. We're swiftly approaching 1,000 subscribers on the channel. And I just hope I'm providing great content for everybody. I hope you guys are learning something out there. What else? I think that's it for now. But next video we'll be back. Flea market video. Next video will be a flea market video. And we'll see you guys then.